Have you ever imagined a force so overwhelming, so unstoppable, that it could challenge the very foundations of human civilization? A tribe so vast, so powerful, that when it finally emerges, no army, no fortress, no human ingenuity could contain it. Welcome back to Mysterious Discoveries, where we dive deep into the most shocking, mysterious, and mind-bending stories from history, prophecy, and folklore. Today, we explore one of the most terrifying legends known to humanity, Yajuj and Majoj, or Gog and Magog, the unstoppable tribes that have haunted imaginations for centuries. Their story is not just myth, it is a chilling prophecy that has been passed down through generations, a warning of chaos, destruction, and the ultimate test for humanity. According to Islamic scripture, Yajuj and Majoj were once contained behind an impenetrable barrier built by the great Dhul-Qarnayn, a ruler of unmatched wisdom, courage, and divine guidance. He traveled to the farthest reaches of the earth, encountering mountains, rivers, and desolate lands, until he found the location suitable to hold back these destructive tribes. Using all his resources and guidance, he constructed a barrier, strong, massive, and divinely protected, designed to contain Yajuj and Majoj until the appointed time, a time that would test humanity to its limits. But who are these tribes, really? Some narrations describe them as human in appearance but enormous in size, possessing physical strength beyond comprehension. Others portray them as feral and ruthless, creatures whose cunning and hunger for destruction defy natural laws. Every account emphasizes one terrifying truth: their numbers are immense, their power unparalleled, and their emergence is inevitable. In Surah Al-Kahf and Surah Al-Anbiya, the Quran warns that Yajuj and Majoj will break through their barrier and descend upon the world in the end times, swarming from every high place and spreading chaos wherever they go. Imagine armies of such magnitude that no human force could oppose them. Imagine lands consumed, cities falling, rivers drying, and mountains failing to halt their advance. Legends suggest that their presence alone could strip the earth of its resources, leaving devastation in every direction. Some scholars interpret their story as a literal prophecy of physical destruction, others see it as symbolic, representing the overwhelming chaos that human corruption and arrogance can bring. Yet, no matter how you interpret it, the sense of fear, awe, and inevitability is universal. Ancient historians, theologians, and folklorists have all attempted to describe Yajuj and Majoj. From the towering mountains of the north to the far reaches of distant lands, stories describe these tribes as unstoppable forces, moving with precision, consuming everything in their path, and spreading terror wherever they go. Folklore from cultures as diverse as Europe, Asia, and Africa describe hidden tribes, enormous warriors, or supernatural beings that could appear in the end times, echoing the same chilling warnings. Even in the Bible, Gog and Magog are described as nations rising at the end of days to challenge the faithful and create a scene of unimaginable destruction. These parallel narratives across cultures suggest that the story of Yajuj and Majoj has resonated with humanity for millennia, transcending geography and time. But let's consider the human aspect. How would ordinary people face such a threat? Historical accounts and modern interpretations suggest that Yajuj and Majoj are more than just physical threats, they represent moral, spiritual, and societal collapse. Their emergence tests not only strength but the very essence of human civilization, our values, our courage, our faith, and our resilience. Some narrations paint vivid imagery of the havoc they will wreak. Villages disappearing overnight, forests stripped bare, rivers running dry, and skies darkened by the masses of Yajuj and Majoj as they move across the land. The enormity of their power is almost incomprehensible, challenging human imagination and forcing us to reflect on our own fragility. Yet, amid this terrifying prophecy, there is a lesson of hope and divine control. While Yajuj and Majoj are unstoppable by human means, their fate, emergence, and ultimate end are under the command of Allah. They are a test, not an end. Their story reminds us that faith, wisdom, and moral integrity are stronger than brute force, and that even in the face of overwhelming chaos, guidance and divine law prevail. Beyond the religious and historical aspects, the story of Yajuj and Majoj has influenced literature, art, and media across centuries. Medieval manuscripts depict monstrous beings descending upon terrified populations. Artists have illustrated battles of unimaginable scale. Filmmakers and storytellers have drawn inspiration from the prophecy to craft tales of apocalypse and chaos. Each interpretation, whether literal or metaphorical, underscores the universal fascination with unstoppable forces and the consequences of unbridled power. Some researchers have attempted to connect Yajuj and Majoj to lost civilizations, isolated tribes, or even metaphorical warnings about future human disasters. Could there be hidden groups in remote, uncharted regions, growing in numbers, waiting for the appointed time to emerge? While science cannot verify such claims, they continue to inspire speculation and fear, adding layers of mystery to the already terrifying narrative. The story of Yajuj and Majoj is also a reflection on human nature. It speaks to the dangers of greed, corruption, arrogance, and the misuse of power. Just as these tribes are portrayed as unstoppable, so too can human societies create self-destructive forces when morality and justice are abandoned. Their tale is a warning across millennia. The greatest threats often come not from external forces alone, but from within, amplified by our own failures. In modern times, the legend continues to captivate. With maps, simulations, and global communication, people have tried to visualize the scope of Yajuj and Majoj, imagining armies crossing continents, rivers overflowing with chaos, and entire regions transformed overnight. Each story, each interpretation, emphasizes one undeniable truth: humanity is vulnerable to forces beyond comprehension, and our survival depends on vigilance, faith, and preparation. And yet, amid the fear, there is a profound reminder: Yajuj and Majoj are under divine control. Their emergence, their destructive path, and their ultimate fate are all orchestrated according to divine wisdom. Humanity is tested not just physically, but spiritually, morally, and intellectually. Those who remain steadfast, who prepare themselves in accordance with divine guidance, will endure. Their story is not only about terror, it is about lessons in humility, wisdom, and resilience. As you contemplate the scale and power of Yajuj and Majoj, remember that their legend is eternal. It has inspired countless generations to reflect on the fragility of human civilization, the limits of human power, and the ultimate triumph of faith and righteousness. On Mysterious Discoveries, we aim to explore these ancient prophecies, connecting scripture, history, and folklore, bringing them alive in ways that make us question, reflect, and prepare. The story of Yajuj and Majoj is terrifying, yes, but it is also a source of reflection, a reminder that some forces are beyond control, and yet, through faith and wisdom, humanity can endure. From the impenetrable wall of Dhul-Qarnayn to the unstoppable forces awaiting their time, from the vast armies to the moral lessons hidden in the prophecy, Yajuj and Majoj challenge our understanding of power, destiny, and survival. Their story is as relevant today as it was centuries ago, as captivating as it was terrifying, and as mysterious as the unseen forces that shape our world. As we conclude this exploration, remember that these legends are more than stories. They are warnings, lessons, and mysteries meant to inspire vigilance, reflection, and respect for the unknown. Yajuj and Majoj are the ultimate test, a story of chaos and prophecy, and a reminder that some truths are stranger, more powerful, and more terrifying than anything we can imagine.